Disturbing Disney games, macabre game over screens, and one of the most dangerous backrooms that'll have you running for your life. All of this and more on Missing Number. The backrooms are liminal spaces that exist outside of this reality. Should you be unfortunate enough to cross into the backrooms, you'll be trapped in creepy empty rooms that are millions of square miles. There's one room in particular that's one of the most dangerous. It can be entered from any back room by doing specific actions. This room is oddly known as Level Exclamation Point, aka Run for Your Life. This is a 6-mile long hallway that's drowned in red light as an emergency alarm blares. The hallway contains locked doors and is littered with obstructions like hospital beds, chairs, and cabinets. As you traverse through this hallway, nightmarish entities like hounds, skin stealers, facelings, and smilers will chase you. As such, you have to run for your life and reach the exit door at the end of the hallway. Should you be fast enough to make it to the exit, you'll be sent to a random back room and will never be sent to the hallway again. But should the evil entities catch you, they'll kill you in an extremely painful and gruesome way. Frozen is one of the most beloved family-friendly animated movies of all time. But what happens when unethical bootleggers decide to make unlicensed games based on the copyrighted Disney movie? We get a cesspool of jarring flash games depicting characters like Elsa and Anna getting their mouths disinfected, getting their needle-covered feet fixed, undergoing brain surgery, giving birth, taking a dump in a toilet in which Elsa says, "Let it go," helping an elderly Elsa who has wrinkles and age spots look young and beautiful again, and performing surgery on a bruised and injured Elsa, as well as baby Elsa. And last but not least is this game, where you spank Elsa. It's like the director of Saw decided to make a Disney game. But who exactly is playing this? In June 2015, the CEO of market data company Super Data Research told gaming website Rock Paper Shotgun, quote, "Sites like Mafa.com appeal largely to girls, accounting for 92% of traffic. About 4 out of 5 of these women are teen and tween girls, which explains the predominance of popular Disney characters like Elsa. Interestingly, however, about 21% of these women are adults aged 18 to 34. In terms of business model, this type of web-based game portal draws the lion's share of revenues from ads and cross-promotion, and relies for only 2 to 5% of annual revenue on direct purchases. So it sounds like we can expect multiple sequels to the unceremoniously named Elsa Throat Doctor. Game over screens are usually solemn and dejecting, but in one children's game, it takes things too far. The Lion King 5 Timon Pumbaa is a bootleg platforming game that was released for the Famicom in the 90s. It was developed and published by a Chinese game company called Dragon, which also made games for the Neo Geo and Sega Mega Drive. In The Lion King 5, which is wonky and crudely developed, you get to play as either Simba, Timon, or Pumbaa. Each has their own abilities, as well as their own unique game over screens, and they're horrifying. Should you die as cute little Timon, he'll bury himself alive in the game over screen. For the meaty warthog Pumbaa, you'll see him jump into a boiling pot as if it's a swimming pool. And for Simba, you'll witness this. Dragon previously made another unlicensed Lion King game. That one was reportedly made by a programmer named Tommy Shi, who created Dragon Software's development kit for the Famicom. However, Shi purportedly was not involved with the making of Lion King 5. Anti-piracy screens can be intimidating and even creepy. If you played a pirated copy of Donkey Kong Country 3, for example, you would be greeted with this screen, which states, "This product will not operate when connected to a device which makes unauthorized copies. Please refer to your instruction booklet for further information." And here's a more stern warning in Mother, aka Earthbound, which reads in all caps. It is a serious crime to copy video games, according to copyright law. Please refer to your Nintendo Game Instruction Booklet for further information. Numerous other games have anti-piracy screens as well. On June 18th, 2020, a YouTube channel called Super Mario 64 Beta Archive uploaded a video showing a rare anti-piracy screen found in Super Mario 64. Upon booting up the game, this happens.
It's me, Mario!
The warning message is the same one found in Earthbound. A few months later, on October 13th, 2020, another YouTuber named Joey Perleone uploaded a video of an anti-piracy screen found in Mario Party DS. The game plays normally until this suddenly happens. A picture of Mario and his friends, locked in jail, is displayed on the screen, with a warning message that reads, "Piracy is no party. It is a serious crime to pirate video games. Please power off the system and report this stolen software immediately. For more information, please visit ap.nintendo.com. It's certainly a stern and intimidating warning, and it would be a lot scarier if it was actually real. It turns out that this, as well as the Super Mario 64 screen, are actually fake. In the channel description of Super Mario 64 Beta Archive, they admit that their videos aren't real. And Perleone even uploaded a behind-the-scenes video of how he made the Mario Party anti-piracy screen. The jail image is from Mario Party DS's intro, while the music is actually an original song that Perleone created in Logic Pro. In an interview with Know Your Meme, Perleone said that he came up with the anti-piracy screen from a dream that he had, where he was playing a mini-game on his DS, and then all of a sudden error messages popped up, and the DS called the police. The warning message and music was inspired by real anti-piracy screens in other Nintendo games. A YouTuber named Smurgan showed what really happens when you actually play a pirated copy of Mario Party DS. Upon booting up the game, the screen just goes black, saying, "An error has occurred. Press and hold the power button to turn the system off. Please see the Nintendo DSi Operations Manual for help troubleshooting." The Mario Party and Super Mario 64 videos have a combined 3.2 million views. Ever since these videos went viral, it spawned countless other fake anti-piracy screen videos for other games. What makes Nintendo's anti-piracy screens the creepiest, compared to other ones found in games made by different companies, is that it's more frightening knowing that a lighthearted, family-friendly game from Nintendo may be hiding a dark secret. Hateful Chris Never Say Bye was a 2001 Windows game created by a man who would later become the director of the acclaimed RPG, Darkest Dungeon. It's also a game that caught the attention of Ubisoft, which wanted to make a sequel to Hateful Chris, even though Ubisoft had nothing to do with the original game. This is surprising, considering Hateful Chris was a crude and violent anti-capitalism game, in which you murder innocent civilians. The game's backstory is about a skeleton named Chris, who's offered a deal from a corporation that wants to use Chris's image to sell various products. After Chris rejects the offer, however, the corporation ends up hiring an imposter that mocks Chris. Livid, Chris goes on a vendetta against consumerism by killing both the imposter and basically everyone in sight. In the game, you get to kill pedestrians with kitchen knives, shotguns, a flamethrower, and a green tube-shaped gun that shoots out man-eating gerbils. Killing someone will cause them to explode in a bloody mess, and some of the businesses in the game include a doggy-style pet grooming store, a McDonald's parody fast food restaurant that sells bacon burger, and The Clap, which sells clothes that are handmade by hungry children just for you. There's also a mini-game you get to play where you hit on girls at a bar and beat up your male rivals. Hateful Chris was apparently a cult classic, having been downloaded 200,000 times. It even piqued the interest of Ubisoft, who approached the creators of the game, Chris Bourassa and Dana Fortier. Ubisoft wanted the duo to make a 3D sequel, which was going to be called Hateful Chris Shoot the Moon, but Ubisoft ended up canceling the game. Pre-rendered videos of the sequel's in-game commercials can be found online. They include ads for teeth-whitening mouthwash and a fast food restaurant whose burgers can cause cancer. With the recent release of the PC port of Glover, I was reminded of how unsettling and creepy the original game was for the N64. Though levels had this off-putting haze and lacked the same charm as other platformers like Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. Unlike those games, which I loved, Glover just seemed oddly dark and depressing.